Hey, welcome to MoyerTV. I'm Steve. Thanks for joining me again. This week's episode, we have a lot of content. So I'm going to tell you about a little challenge I did with Dylan, who's also on Team Moyer Method. He came to me a couple weeks ago and said, I really want to change my body. So I set him up with a 4-week Moyer Method plan. He's doing it completely on his own. I'm not training him. This week is the 2-week check-in, so it's going to be really interesting to see his results after only 2 weeks, and looking forward to the next 2 weeks when the whole program is finished. We're talking a lot about motivation, how to stay motivated, and stick around to the end because I have an interesting way for you to be able to work with me one-on-one for free. So don't miss that. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Hey, welcome back. It's the Moyer Method. Got something new here for you, something exciting. It's a little thing. We're going to do a 2-week transformation with Dylan. This is Dylan. Hi. And we're going to show you how easy it is and what can happen on just 2 weeks with the Moyer Method. Nothing drastic. I wouldn't even call it a diet, just smart, sensible training, smart planning. You're going to hear from Dylan himself. We're going to document what we do. We're going to take measurements, and at the end of 2 weeks, we're going to see what happens. So also, we're going to treat this like Dylan's one of my online clients. So he's not training with me, personal training. He's not getting food from me. I gave him a workout plan already. I gave him a meal plan. He's looked it over. We're going to get his impressions, and he's going to start it on his own. 2 weeks later, we're going to take measurements again, and you're going to see just how significant the results can be when you have a smart, effective, sensible plan. So Dylan, I gave you the workout plan. What are your first impressions?
The workout plan, first off, I do work out prior to when I'm going to be starting this, but my first impressions was it looked considerably less than what I'm used to. I normally do, weights 5-6 days a week with intense cardio in the evenings. Although I'm not seeing the goals that I'd like, I am always open to new things, so it was less than, I'm almost afraid because it looks like less, but I also trust you and I know that you gave it to me for a reason, so I'm anxious to start it, but kind of nervous, I can't lie.
Cool. Normal. I also gave you the meal plan.
Yes.
Tell me, does it look like a diet?
No, it looks like normal eating. Again, it doesn't look anything too crazy. It's not too different than what I expected. I guess it's more straight to the point, and it also looks easy to prepare. That's one of the things that I'm most excited about. There's nothing that looks like it's going to take me all night to figure out. If I had my thing I'm most excited for, it is the Moyer protein balls. I have had a chance to try the Moyer protein balls, and they're freaking delicious, so I'm looking forward to more of those. If you slip an extra one in the bag, that's cool. But yeah, I can't wait to see. I'm more excited about my body and the changes that are going to happen, so I'm just putting my trust to you, and I can't wait to see what happens on the other side.
And tell the audience, what are your goals? What are you really looking if you could have the best results possible in 2 weeks, what would it be?
Whew, if I could have the best results possible in 2 weeks, I would just trim down this midsection. I know I don't, you might be watching this and you might be like, oh, he's already skinny or something. And yeah, I know my wrists are skinny, I'm skinny everywhere else. This midsection, I've always had this layer of fat around my stomach. And I really feel confident that this might be the thing to finally ease that up. I know in 2 weeks I'm not gonna look like Brad Pitt or something. That'd be cool, it'd be crazy. but I am looking forward to seeing at least a decrease and be I'm expecting to be wowed. I can't lie.
Unveil yourself.
Unveil myself?
For the measurements.
Shirt off?
Yeah.
Alright.
Show the ladies your body.
Oh my god. Here's my body?
Midsection is his goal. We're going to see what happens after 2 weeks, but we're going to take measurements. Around the belly button is where I take them. It's not really the waist, it's the stomach. That's where the fat's held. So we're going to measure that, and that's coming in at 35.5 inches. 35.5. We're also going to take around the chest. That's where we can build some muscle. So arms down and measuring right around the nipples. And that's coming in at 38 inches. And we'll also measure the biceps for this little 2-week challenge. So "13 inches, just under 13 inches on his right bicep. Same on the left. I'm not taking body fat measurements because frankly, if I took measurements with a caliper, it'd be a real conflict of interest for me to take the measurements a second time because I could tell him, oh yeah, you've lost body fat. We're just taking measurements. If the stomach goes down, we've lost fat. If the chest gets a little bigger, we gain muscle. We're not even taking his weight. You can't control the number on the scale. I'm going to get into that at a later date, but you can't control the number on the scale. Stress, lack of sleep, lots of things can affect that. So we're not even taking that. The goal for him is midsection. That has nothing to do with weight. That has everything to do with fat. So we're just going to do that through measurements. So thanks. We'll see you in 2 weeks. So we're here back with Dylan 2 weeks later. Dylan, how do you feel?
I feel really great.
As you can see, we can see a pretty major difference when it's only 2 weeks. We're going to keep this short because we're going to go 2 weeks from now at the end of a 4-week program and then see the end results, but we're checking in 2 weeks. We're going to do the measurements. Dylan, tell us about the exercise. Are you getting stronger? Tell the people.
Well, last 2 weeks have been really great, actually. So the first week, I noticed that I was getting stronger. When I first looked at the plan, there were some exercises I was familiar with, some that I wasn't. But the first lifting day I did 4 sets of 10 of 155 pounds of deadlift. And I noticed this last week went up to 185, 4 sets of 10. So I progressed in that. I know I'm getting stronger. And my biggest battle was those rest days. I wasn't really sure what to do with myself, but I stuck to the plan and rested. And the funny thing is, the last few years, I've done numerous amounts of workout programs, and they have me doing twice as much as you're having me do. And I'm getting results in the last couple of weeks, so fast in half the amount of work it seems that I was putting forth. So I'm not sure if you're a magician or what's going on, but it's kind of funny that I'm putting in less work and getting more results versus before I was just killing myself and getting no results. My body wasn't changing, so I'm happy about that.
Good. I'm not a magician. I just lots of experience training, learning along the way, lots of stuff, knowing how to incorporate rest days and just efficient training. So let's see the actual results. Dylan wants to lose some inches. We have the results from the first week. So let's see around the belly button what this is. I'm measuring you at 33.5 inches. Right here, where my thumb is, 35.5, but the tape measure starts at 2. So that's 33.5 inches around his waist, which I know is a decrease. Let's do the chest. "36. Very good. If I remember correctly, that's about the same. So after 2 weeks, 2 inches, or we'll have to check the tape, but I think it's 2 inches off the waist, and I think the chest stayed about the same. It might have gotten a little smaller, but which is fine because when you combine that with the numbers, and he said he feels stronger, he sees it in the numbers, the deadlift is up to 185 for 10 rather than 155. That shows we're getting stronger, which shows we're gaining muscle. The inches lost mean we're losing fat. So, and your weight?
164 this morning.
And we started,
We'll have to go back.
I'll have to look it up, but inches lost means fat lost, numbers up in lifts means strength gain and muscle gain, so we're gaining muscle, losing fat. Dylan is on his way to living in his best body. So we'll check in with you in 2 weeks. Great job, Dylan.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
See you soon. Last week I was in beautiful Runyon Canyon telling you about motivation and how being outside doing something you love is a great way to stay motivated. Today we're talking about staying motivated inside the gym. How do you stay motivated with all that monotony with the same exercises over and over? For me it's easy. Keep track of your workouts. Keep track every workout so you know exactly what you're doing. And what happens is this: in the first week of a program you do, let's say, 25 pull-ups over 3 sets. Now you're in week 3 and you're doing over 30 pull-ups over 3 sets. That's progress. That should make you feel good. That's enough to keep you motivated to keep going because you're making progress. Don't leave it to guesswork. Don't be in week 3 and you've done pull-ups and you're trying to remember how many did I do in week 1, because that's nothing to be motivated about. Keep track so you can see concrete results. That should be enough to get you going. I have a free webinar on the subject that goes into a lot more detail coming out soon. But if you just keep track of your workouts in the gym, use your smartphone, take a pen and paper, however you want, keep track, it's enough to keep you motivated.
Hey Steve, what foods shouldn't I be eating?
Before I answer that, and I have 3 foods right off the bat that I can think of that you shouldn't be eating, I want to say that there's no food out there that's quote unquote healthy or quote unquote unhealthy. Your lifestyle is healthy or your lifestyle is unhealthy. Any food can be healthy or unhealthy depending on the circumstances. Back to the question, foods you should not eat, 3 come to mind. Any food with trans fat, any food with artificial sweeteners, any food with sugar alcohols. It's that simple. Stay away. Now I'm very excited to tell you about the Instagram giveaway we're launching this week. First prize is going to be a free one-on-one consultation with me, whether you live in LA or not. If not, we can do it through Skype or FaceTime or whatever, but we're going to see what you're doing now, what you need to be doing, and what you need to stop doing, both exercise-wise and nutrition-wise. Going to be of great value. Second prize is pre-release free copy of my workout guide. That's going to be available to the public soon for sale. You are going to get the first copy, second place. And third place is free pre-release of my nutrition guide, which is also going to be on sale for the public soon, but you will get the free first copy. Easy to enter, easy to win. Just go to Instagram @MoyerMethod, like the page, and all the details and instructions will be on there. All you need to do is like the Moyer Method @MoyerMethod on Instagram. Looking forward to communicating with you, looking forward to seeing you over there on Instagram. Also, please like our Facebook page, also Moyer Method. Go to Twitter, follow us there also, Moyer Method. And as always, you can always go to the website, themoyermethod.com, for all the latest insider tips, free content, video, and it's where I share all my training experience with you. Once again, this was my free weekly coaching seminar for you. Please join us next week at MoyerTV. Thanks.